Yes, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Bootcast podcast. My name is Justin. I will be your host this fine evening. Or actually, I guess it's afternoon when this comes out. So this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm with my fellow co-host, Colby, as always. Colby, man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Got off a busy weekend. My son had a birthday, so I had a bunch of family in town, and they're all gone now. So
Let's go.
recouping.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Before we get into today's topic, Colby, I gotta hit this because I always drop the ball.
Yeah.
What is gonna be your jersey pick for this fine episode this evening?
My jersey pick for this episode is the Borussia Dortmund 2015-2016. It's, of course, a yellow stripes.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm shocked. I'm as shocked as you are.
Oh, wow.
And Justin, the reason I picked this dude, this is the team I used to play FIFA with.
Okay.
Because Liverpool weren't great around this time, so we were just kind of building. Like we had Firmino and stuff, but this was the team that had Abba, it had Kagawa, it had Mkhitaryan, it had Royce in his prime. So this was like the fast team, dude. This was like get the ball. This is when FIFA actually like really played to speed.
It's
they
crazy
still
too because like this is the team that like everybody kind of went their separate ways and amounted to nothing.
Abba did pretty good at Arsenal. I mean, he won
FA
probably
Cup?
like three FA Cups or something.
Okay, you won an FA Cup?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a run where they won all these. Him and Lacazette. Yeah, bro. But these guys, like this was like the best team to play on in FIFA.
Okay.
At this time period.
I love that.
Yeah.
That. That's a good choice. I went for the 2014-2015 AC Milan home jersey. And it's really hard sometimes to get some of these the striped jerseys like Milan, Inter, or like Newcastle or Juve because it's just stripes, But I thought this one was done really cool where they did like the main black stripes and then different size. I like I think it's the St. George's Cross shield, but the reason I picked that specific jersey is because that is the season that Torres went to AC Milan for like 7 games and scored 1 goal before they were like, get out.
Oh
like,
my
you gotta
gosh,
go,
dude.
bro. You gotta go. So I always remember like, I'm gonna get a Torres AC Milan kit. And then he was gone before that ever happened.
That's hilarious. Like we'll take retired bums, so we won't take you. I mean, who didn't Giroud go there at like age 36 or 37 or something like that? Man,
I don't even remember.
They'll take the Italian teams will take some older players.
Well, it's a slower pace, so you can can get away with some of those.
Dude, speaking of Italian teams, did you see that Paul Pogba, his like 4-year suspension got reduced to like 18 months? I was like, what is this, like good behavior? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, dude. And then I saw that it was like, okay, his ban's reduced 18 months. He can start training in January, and then he can play in March for Juve. And everybody's like, okay, perfect. And then the next day it was like, Pogba and Juve mutually delete contract. And I was like, whoa, did not see that coming.
Oh my goodness. Do you think Juve were like, oh crap, we got to get this guy back?
I just think like they've already spent so much money.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, hey man, like you ain't played, you ain't gonna play, like get out.
I wonder where he stands with Adidas. Like, is he still under contract with Adidas, or do they let him go with that?
He's still with Adidas. He wears he posted pictures in the Japan Blue advancement pack.
Oh yeah, the
Preds.
PP. Yeah, I saw that.
And it was funny because in our friend group, Trev hates Pogba, but they both wear their boots the exact same, where they tie their laces under and then they put them over the tongue. I think it's just ironically hilarious. But I don't know where he's gonna go. I'm hoping he like somehow pops up at like Madrid.
Yeah,
again for free.
Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of top clubs that would take a Paul Pogba for free.
Can you imagine a midfield of like? I mean, this is 2024, so it's different. But like Jude, and then Pogba, and then either like Camavinga or Tchouaméni.
That would be wild,
dude. Put Pogba to replace that Toni Kroos role.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah,
knowing our luck, he's gonna be at like Division 4 Bologna.
No,
playing like what's his name, Andy Carroll at like Sunday League.
That. I could see like a PSG picking him up or something like that.
You think so?
Yeah. I
don't know.
They need a star. All their stars have left, so they need somebody.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah. So, anyways, AC Milan, Fernando Torres, rip the dream, the 7-game dream.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Okay, Colby.
Torres.
There's a couple topics that I know you want to talk about today. Um, let's get into the one that you saw. Was it new photos of the Dream Speed Mercurial?
Yeah. So I think the ones that we had leaked on this podcast before, I think those were the kids version or something, or they were a takedown. But we actually I saw the Superfly version. So it had the collar.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'll post some pictures up here, but it looks great. Like, I think I told you this. I told you that of all the Mercurials this year, this one's going to be the one to get. Like, it looks so good, dude. I kind of wish they had just done their main model like this, because it looks
Really?
Yes, dude, it looks so good. Like, I kind of want a pair of these. I don't know, my budget's for boots is gonna be just awful in the next couple months.
Sky high.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, because the Copas and the Preds are gonna come out soon, so this is no good for me.
Do you think
it looks
that
so good, dude?
You would actually become a Mercurial guy because of these, or still no?
I don't know. And I'll talk about this later on in the pod for a topic, but yeah, I have gotten, I've torn my ACL twice in Mercurials, so
Yes.
I stopped wearing them after that.
Yeah.
So, but this version's different, and you can get the AG plates now. So, I mean, times have changed, Justin.
I mean, you never know. And from what I've heard, people say that the AG plate may be the way to go.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a significant amount of people with this AG plate. Like, I just saw Footloose and our buddy GCFC get AG plates for their boots. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only leaked images that I've seen, and I thought about them because of the colorway on that MDS09, was, did you see like the possibly teased Erling Haaland boots that are like dark blue with like a pink lava?
Oh yeah, I did see those.
They remind me of that Ronaldo colorway where they try to do like that lava print.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the first one, the red ones, like they're pretty plain.
Yeah.
But those hit for me. And these blue ones, maybe it's because they're blue, but they just ain't hitting.
They don't look like it, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they don't look great to me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's.
It looks like they almost have like a skin disease or something on their boot. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Like, with the way that they did that fire, whatever pattern lava that is. It's like, like sometimes when you get like a photo and somebody will do like that negative effect where it turns it like green and then like you'll be like white silhouetted out. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, they took like a really epic photo and then they were like, oh, we have is like the negative version.
Right, exactly.
Throw that on the boot.
Ugh, no. Yeah, Nike, come on, guys. I mean, dude, I think they did hit, though. Like, if you're going to get a GX2, bro, you got to get, I don't even know, Deja Vu pack? Deja Vu that we were talking about last week?
Oh, my.
That was
not
fire.
a good one, bro.
It is. It's the best one. It's the best one.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
Speaking, Justin,
yes,
of more Nike boots, the Nike Premier 4 has been leaked, and it may be coming with some synthetic leather.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that, man. Because the Premier 3 in itself was kind of like behind the Tiempo Legend 9 in the pecking order, and then they got rid of leather for that. And so it's kind of like, if you want the kind of standalone on its own silo model for Nike, like this was your option, right?
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like, okay, well, what separates this boot from Legend 10? You know what I mean?
Do you want to know what it is, Colby?
What is it?
It's this right here. That's what it is. That, because I think in the Premier 3, synthetic leather now also. Certain colorways I think have become synthetic leather.
I think so. This is one of the classic ones. Like, so this part here, because I think what they did on this one is they actually used like different like grains of leather. So I think right here is kangaroo. And then I think on the outsides here, to give it that reinforcement so it doesn't overstretch, I think this might be like calf or something. And then they used like a different leather here.
Synthetic leather?
Yeah. I think this might be synthetic calf. Yeah, I mean, y'all can correct me on that. I'm sure there's some expert out there that knows exactly which leather goes where.
Expert.
Some leather. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk to that guy.
Some farmers out there looking at those boots like, that ain't right. Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to get excited about the Premier, because I feel like the Premier, between the Premier, honestly, the 1, the 2, the 3, now the 4, it's just like where the swoosh is and how big the swoosh is. Like, I don't really feel like they changed that much.
Right. Well, the one that looked the best was the Premier 1. And that one was just black and white, and they had some like special edition colorways. I think those only got sold in the UK, but they looked really cool, and they were actually, and I got these back from my mom, but they were kind of competing with Legend 4, because I want to say the original Premier came out in like 2013, so it'd been like between the 4 and the 5. But that was kind of like, there was no reinforcement to it. It's just like a natural leather boot. Like you can go to J Mike's old videos and kind of see like how his toes move. Like there's nothing on those.
Yeah.
That is pure, that's just kind of like an updated like Copa Mundial or something. And then with the 2, they added the tongue, the fold over tongue with the Velcro. 3, they gave you the option to cut it off. And now we're just basically at like this synthetic.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like we've gone full circle.
Right.
Like we started somewhere, we've tweaked a few, like we made a couple right turns and now we're back. Or what is it? We make a couple left turns and now we're back to where we were.
Well, it's so funny how with Nike especially, it's like you've completely lost the plot of why you even made that boot in the first place. Like, because that boot, I think, was there like, this is a modernized heritage boot. Because the direction we're going to go with the Tiempo is we're going to have like, yes, a leather option, but we're going to put so many modern elements on it that it's going to feel like any other boot that's currently on the market. So if you want a classic type feel, you're going to go for this. And now, like you said, it's like there's no separation other than money.
Yeah. But the thing I struggle with is I get the market, I get the kind of the niche that they're going for, but I feel like the people that they're trying to get at the end of the day are just gonna be like, I'll just buy another pair of Copa Mundials.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I know that the price of Mundials have gone up, but it's just like I just feel like you're trying to go after like essentially, not that these people are, but like a dying breed. Like
right.
You're trying to wrangle in new people to your like thing. Like the only time like I ever really see premieres, is like Academy or something like that. You can get them pretty quickly and easily, but like I don't know, with that boot, especially the Premier, I'm just like, just spend a little bit more money and you can get a lot better of a boot.
Right, yeah, you could get basically like any Adidas leather, like the Icon. You could even, like, honestly, like the highest tier version of what a Premier should be is like the Mizuno Morelia 2 MIJ. You could even go down a little bit to the 442.
You could get the 442 for like $10 more.
Right, exactly. And that's much lighter, and the leather's much thinner, and it's kangaroo leather. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, I don't know where their heads were at with it. I think they are just like, there's no more leather, we don't do leather. Are we going to kill this boot off, or are we going to make something new? And this might be a trial. Like, this will probably be the last Premier we see.
Yeah.
Because
I think the Tiempo is dying out. I think the Premier is dying out. It's one of those things where I look at it, and my only question is, who is this for? Like, honestly, who is this for? A synthetic heritage boot. Like, who do we know that's like, oh, man, I want to feel like it's 1992 again, but I need it to be not an animal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the other thing too is like with the Premier, all the Premiers, like 1, 2, 3, the sole plate on the last one, the 3, was super flexible. It wasn't great.
Cheesy.
It's really cheesy, and so like if you're gonna put a sole plate that's that cheesy on something synthetic, then you completely lost me, because the only saving grace of the Premier was like the nice leather to it, and like the classic look, of course. So yeah, you're right. Like there's no point in it. And if they make those boots as flexible as like something like what we've seen James bend in the Tiempo Pros, like no, get out.
Well, exactly. And it's like the thing is too is it's like, okay, if you're gonna go synthetic, most of the time you're like, hey, we're going synthetic, but we're gonna drop the price. Like we're gonna make it cheaper. And if they brought that boot down to $50, $75, I'd be like, all right, that's perfect. Like I get it. It's a super low budget entry option. Cool. But you know damn well as I do, they're probably going to make the boot $10 more.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to, well, this is what Footy Headline says it's going to be US dollars 230. I doubt it's that high. I doubt it's that high, but yeah, you're right. They're going to increase the price.
If the Premier came out and was over $150, I guarantee you not one pair would sell.
Right. You just wait
It'd be
3
Noah
months.
buying a pair to review.
Yeah. One gripe I've always had with the Premier, because I always end up getting a Premier and a Turf because it's a nice, like, kind of solidly wide boot. And, like, for the most part, and I will give Nike a ton of credit for this, on the Premier 2 and the Premier 3, the upper of them is the exact same on the FG as it is the Turf model. So that is, something to be said. So, but one of my gripes with it is that they never made any colors for the Turf models. It was always just black, white.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really hard to rationalize this. And again, I feel like if you want to spend that money, there's just so many alternatives like we talked about. You have the Icon, the Gloro, the New Balance 442s, the Copa Mundial. Hell, you have the whole Adler brand, which is roughly in the $150, So it's just like, I get why they, in a way that they have it so they can compete, but it's really just like, just let that kind of.
Yeah. I think the only way these can succeed, and I haven't tried one, I haven't had one in hand, but I have heard that the Asics synthetic leather that they have on some of their models is just uncanny. So if Nike somehow figured out how to do that, and they're just going to surprise us all with something like that, then maybe.
Yeah, I had a pair of the Asics DS-Lite X-Fly Pro 2s in the first synthetic leather, so it was like the white with the baby blue and the little bit of black accents. And genuinely, if you didn't know that wasn't leather, you wouldn't know that wasn't leather.
Right.
Like that's the first time I can say like a genuine faux leather.
That's Asics is gold standard for synthetic leather. So if Nike can even come close to something like that, then maybe we'll see. But then again, you're directly competing with your other silo, which is the Tiempo. So where are you going?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
It's gonna be in a weird, like, no man's land.
And
I just don't see it continuing for much longer.
No, I would bet money that this is going to be the last generation of the Premier, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, man. So I think we've talked enough about that. So speaking of like actual leather boots, like real nice premium leather, Copa Mundial has a Spezial model.
Yeah, dude. I think it was our friend Las Vegas. He got him. He was hyped.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they're
good
cool
on feet.
boots. It's just like it's a Copa Mundial with a strap. Like that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I guess that's probably what most Copa Mundial people want. I mean, it's not a bad looking boot. It's not for me, but I know I'm not that market, so I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, and I think the Copa Mundial has actually weirdly gotten a lot of love this year, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like we had like the special country colorways, and then we had like white as a permanent color, which is pretty awesome.
Yep.
What's funny is like I saw these on Jurgen Klopp because Adidas sponsors Jurgen Klopp for his shoes. I wonder if they still do that. He's like on sabbatical right now. He's just chilling, still getting money from Adidas. So I didn't know if this was going to be like a limited release. I didn't know when it was going to come out, so it's just funny because he was walking around and training with those back in May. Yeah, and here we are in October, and people can actually get their hands on them.
That the Adidas Spezial line is kind of like old guys that they just kind of bring back. Like Roy Keane did a marketing campaign for them not so long ago. It was like an outdoor like trail set, and like some dope jackets. They got Jurgen Klopp, and like it's cool. Again, it's not a boot for me.
Right.
Dude, I don't hate them. I don't love them. It's just not for me.
That should be a marketing thing. Like, did you see what was it, that charity game for Man U, and Wayne Rooney was wearing like Puma Kings, but like the old ones that had the fold over tongue?
Yeah,
I was like,
dude,
just like get all these old guys back in these like old boots, man.
It's wild. And then I remember a few years ago, or maybe it was this last year. Paul Scholes bought a pair of like gold T90 laser 2s, I think, and was rocking like T90. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Waza some T93s. Laser 3s, that'd have been dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting choice for him, the Puma Kings. But yeah, man, they looked good. I saw them on Jurgen Klopp. I was like, and then I saw Vegas post them. I was like, okay, those look premium.
Yeah.
Like, I still won't get a pair, but
they're cool.
Yeah.
But you know what? The one thing I will complain, and this is just a me with shoes in general, but I hate. Well, I hate gum soles, but I hate black shoes with gum soles, and that has like the gum sole, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, it's wild because weirdly, my wife told me this recently. She was like, "Oh yeah, white Sambas are super popular right now."
Yeah.
With she was like, "Oh yeah, that's really popular with the influencers." And I was like, "Dude, I've been wearing Sambas like since
Forever.
high school." Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just funny, but like those gum soles are like they're so rough. Like if you wear a street gatto or something more modern, like with a more cushioned sole, it's just so much nicer to walk around than a Samba. But Sambas,
yeah.
I can slip my Sambas on. They're so wide, like freaking house shoes sometimes, and go get the mail.
Blow out so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just like Sambas are like Old Faithful, like an old pair of Vans. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just threw them on, but they're very in right now. So of course now Sambas cost like $200.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. But I remember you used to be able to get them for like $40.
Yeah, there's some guys in my that I play indoor against in the over 30s league that will wear Sambas as their like turf shoe, and I'm like, I could never. Like,
dude,
they're too heavy. Yeah.
My dad, my dad's older, but when he used to still play, when he was probably in his mid to late 30s, early 40s, so many of the people that played at the indoor arena, they wore Sambas. Like that was the indoor shoe.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
That is wild, man. Because at least get like a Mundial team turf. Like those are pretty freaking heavy too.
Yeah.
But at least you've got
premium
like
Samba.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
A heavier premium Samba.
Yeah, a more plush Samba.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
No, yeah.
All right,
Throwing
man.
it back.
Do you have any more news topics that you saw this week that you want us to bring up or talk about?
Dude, it actually happened within the past like hour. But in a Facebook group, Colby's going to throw the picture on screen. But somebody, I guess, was selling on eBay an unreleased pair of the Adidas Predator 25, I think is what we're calling it. Laceless. And it's like white with the little red stripe thing. That pair looks phenomenal.
Yes.
There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it.
It's a great colorway, dude. Well, I want to know when this one's going to come out because, like, we've seen leaks of like the all red, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that kind of coincided with the pair of Copa Pure 3s that we saw. But this actually looks very similar to the color combination of the Copa Pure 3. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know either. And like, there was a couple things. Like, some people were like, "Hey, this might be an unofficial release. Like, we don't know for sure if this is, legit or anything." But if you look in the background of that picture that I sent you, like there's a Predator bag. It's white with the black Predator. There's a shoehorn. So it's just very like, I'm like, that looks very authentic.
It looks pretty authentic to me.
The couple things I noticed was the Predator on this. Do I have a pair with me? Okay. I'm just gonna use my pair. Okay. So, I did notice that on there, the Predator, like in the back, it says established 94 now. So they added that part under, and then that red wave pattern, like through the lines, looks epic. They changed that element. Oh, and then I pointed this out to you. So on this Predator, on all the colorways, it says Hybrid Touch 2.0. But on that colorway, it just says Hybrid Touch, like right here in the toe. So part of me is wondering, with the success of the Messi boots and everything like that, if they may drop Hybrid Touch 2.0 and just go back to Hybrid Touch.
That would be phenomenal. That would make such a better fit, dude. Like it would be so it would be like all the things would just come together because that would make them more comfy, like more plush feeling almost. Like that would be insane.
So I thought that too, but then part of me is also not worried, but is like kind of theorizing if this is going to be like a player model that we don't know.
Oh,
you know how like Messi kind of has like his weird specifications. So I don't, with the way that red runs through the center, it kind of reminds me of like a David Beckham colorway. It's just kind of a random accent. But with those few little details, I'm like, I wonder if this is going to be like somebody's, like a Jude Bellingham,
like Jude's
colorway.
or Trent's or something.
Yeah, or Trent. Oh, that's even better. It could be like, this could be a Trent boot, and maybe for Trent, he's like, I like the regular Hybrid Touch. I don't want Hybrid Touch 2.0. So just a couple of theories. We don't really know. Like I said, it's just the one photo that's kind of floating around the groups right now. But yeah,
I'm looking at this
cool.
closer too. It looks almost like an AG sole plate on here too. It doesn't look like the Control Frame 2.0. Now that I'm like really getting close in here.
Like I said, I just saw that one photo. I sent it to you. I was just like, hey, you got to check this out. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
and
it is cool.
Even if that's not a real colorway, that's probably the best fake I've ever seen.
Right.
But the more I see that, and they like changed how they did the cut of the laceless, like that, I am so excited for this next gen Pred.
You gonna get a laceless pair this generation?
I might. I thought about getting a laceless pair this generation. I wanted to try, like, kind of do a video where I tested all three and kind of compared all three in the same colorway or something. But I just, I'm like, do I really want to spend $200 something on a boot that I like don't really love or want? So that's where I'm at.
That's tough, bro. Dude, I want to say that I think I was making a claim maybe two podcasts ago, 3 podcasts ago. I was like, I haven't seen anybody wearing laceless Predators. Now all I see are players wearing laceless Predators. I told you. So
it's more popular than we think.
Yeah.
But the tongue model is so popular.
Right, exactly. Maybe that's just the one you want to see. You know, that's the one that pops and you notice it. So you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of that recently.
Nice. But yeah, that's it. I'm excited. Some people are saying that colorway may come out in December too, so we may get a release before we know it.
I'm not gonna have any money. I'm not gonna have any money left.
So broke. I can't even buy my kids presents because I'm gonna buy new boots.
Oh my goodness, dude! Just sell that really nice fancy box behind you. You'll be all right.
Never.
All right, man. So we're gonna end the podcast kind of like we did last time, where we're gonna do some rapid fire questions. So, Justin. The rapid fire question today is, what are 3 boots in your lifetime that you regret buying?
Oh, positive regret or like negative regret or just any regret?
Like you regret, like you wish you hadn't wasted your money on these boots.
Ooh. Okay, one pair this is not because they were a bad boot. One pair I regret, the Adidas X leather 99 grams. I liked it, but for the amount of money that we spent, and I bought 2 pairs, remember?
Oh my gosh, bro.
I didn't love them. I've sold them both. They're both gone. They've been moved on. But
did you at least make like a little profit off those, or no? You lose money.
I think I lost money.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
But they went on, like, the people that I sold them to, like, I know for sure, like, beating the hell out of them. So I'm like, you rock. Give those boots a good life. But yeah, the X99 leather, just for me, not a boot. I wish I would have gone back and not done that.
Yeah.
What's one for you? Give me one for you.
All right, man. Well, this is probably like top of the list because like it resulted in me tearing my ACL. But the Vapor 7s, I was so excited about those, man. Those were like the ones that had like the cool patterns on the heel. So these are the blue ones, had like the cool orange on the heel. I was so excited for these, dude. And I was stupid. I wore them to an indoor facility that didn't have any rules, and thought it would be a good idea to play in studs on that thin turf. And yeah, just a dumb kid.
That's fair. For me, another boot that I regret buying, Superfly 4.
Really?
Superfly 4. Yes, because, and I say this with an asterisk, the Vapor 10, 1,000 times better.
Dang, dude.
The Vapor 10 is probably the best mercurial ever. I'm gonna go on the record saying that.
Yeah, isn't that the one that didn't Halt's Boots just review the Vapor 10?
No, that's the 11.
Oh, okay.
Alti, a lot of people love the 11, and the 11 is good, but dude, I'm telling you, that 10 got like so neglected. But that's one of those ones where if you know, like you know,
you know ball, yeah.
You know. I feel like that meme where the guy's like, yeah. But the Superfly 4, not a bad boot. I just wish, and you remember the craze around that and like how hard and expensive they were to get.
No, because I don't.
They were like the first ones I think that were like 300. They might have been 275, but the Superfly 4 especially, like every colorway sold out in every size immediately. And this is before I knew how to use apps. I'm a boomer,
right?
So I didn't know how to like check the Nike app at
why can't I ever get these?
3 a.m. But yeah, the Superfly 4, not a bad boot. but just cost way too much money, and the Vapor 10 was like 1,000 times better.
Dude, that's awesome. My next one with an asterisk as well is the Mizuno Rebula Cup, made in Japan.
Oh,
it was an incredible boot. But everybody, like, all the reviews I read was like, okay, with Mizuno's, you got to go half size down because of leather, and it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Just go a half size down. So I got a 9 instead of a 9.5, and both my toenails fell off from wearing those boots. Like, it was one of those, like, where it was slow and it was super painful, but I was like, I'm going to give them time because everybody says, like, the leather's going to expand, no problem. And I kept playing on them. And, like, my feet would just hurt, dude. They would hurt. And, and eventually they both, like, turned black and fell off. So
I was gonna say, I think the Rebula Cup is one of the few ones where you go true to size.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I know it, like, changes. Like, I know with the, what's the Morelia Neo, I think it's like if you do the beta, you're supposed to go true to size, but if you do the regular tongue, you're supposed to go like half size up.
The one with I think the one with the knit, you're supposed to go down half a size because they run a little long, and the ones that have the U-throat tongue, you go true to size.
Okay, yeah, see, it's something like that.
Something like that.
But I get it. But yeah, their boots are weird. And that's the same boot besides the tongue.
Right. And this was the first boot I spent like $300+ on. And so I was like really desperate. So I think I remember reaching out to Mizuno, and I think I did like a multiple times, like, hey, like these really hurt. Can I exchange these? And they're like, oh no, like we can't do that. That's not a part, like fit isn't a part of our dissatisfaction or warranty. It's like, because it was like, it's your fault, stupid. Like you ordered the boots too small. We're not. And eventually, like, I think they were going to give me a 25% voucher, but I was so mad because I was like, I want boots that fit, you know?
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, so I had to sell them. It was a great boot. I love the sole plate. It's like one of the, I think I said it was like my favorite sole plate of all time because we put this on the Franken boots.
But yeah. But it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, like there was an error that happened, and because of that, like you're just like,
yes. I know. And I was hoping the Copa Pure 1 was going to be like the Rebula Cup of Adidas, and it just wasn't.
Nope.
Didn't hit like that.
Not even close.
Yep.
Not even close. Okay, my last one. This might be the smelliest purchase I've ever made, okay? There have been many videos and conversations that this boot, in particular, is wet booty cheeks. It's bad, okay? But I'm a fan of the Silo, so I was like, I gotta do it. Like, I've got a couple of colorways. I really like those, and I tend to like have this thing where I like these style of boots, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And this is genuinely the worst boot I've ever bought. Okay. TechCraft Phantom GT. This boot is so bad. Like, this is bad, and I'm a huge TechCraft fan. Like, if I like, I've got the Laser Touch Pumas. These ones were phenomenal. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is their version of Tech.
Right.
I've got the... Hold on. I've even got the Edge. The leather Edge. This is like their version of TechCraft. Phenomenal. But this... terrible.
Oh my goodness,
terrible, dude. There's like... Hold on. I just want people to hear this. It's so plasticky. And like, you know, the TechCrafts haven't really hit in general. Like the only TechCrafts that I know were like, okay, yeah, these were good, was the Vapor 10 and like the pink one. It had to specifically be that one where it was like pink, but the leather was black. And I think that might be it. That might have been like the only good TechCrafts.
Yeah.
But they're usually really stiff, really bad. But this one, this is lazy. This is horrible. I couldn't even put these. I put them on and was just like, no. Like, that's how bad it was. I put them on feet. And you know me, like, I love some of my weird boots. I love boots that I try to give boots that people don't like a chance. This, I got these for $50 and I spent too much money.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, bro. You know what's so funny about that is I remember that pack, and I remember that was Vapor 13, right?
Yes.
So that was Tiempo 8. And it was like, I remember that Unisport video where J Mike was trying to figure out, he was like, and this is a Tiempo Legend 8 and it already has leather, and I don't know what's different about it. And he's like, maybe the smell, you know? Like, he couldn't figure it out. And so I ordered those, and I got those Legend 8s, and I got them on, and I was like, this is just the same thing. It's just black leather. I think
that the Legend was the only one that was a colorway.
Right. It was just a colorway.
But it's funny because the mercurial, that specific TechCraft mercurial, is maybe, that's the other one I was going to say, is probably one of the best TechCrafts they've ever done.
Yeah.
Because that one was like properly reinforced. Everything on that mercurial is the best TechCraft. And in the same pack, they did the worst TechCraft known to man. This, I'm telling you, this killed the TechCraft. Nike, this came out, and I was like, we're done. We're not doing it anymore. It's so bad, bro.
Yeah,
so
I thought it would have been cool because that Tampa Legend 8 leather was so thin. If they had like taken like the actual like quad fit out or the tunnel out, and just seeing what it would have been like, just had like a really sloppy Legend 8. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, and the weird thing too, before I forget, so this one is like they literally just put leather on top of the regular GT, right? So like you can feel like 2 layers of material. So like sometimes like the Flyknit will be over here, but the leather's over here. So it's like, you know, it's like when your shirt sits like on your jeans or your pants, and you're like, I can feel these materials. That's how this
just
is.
Moving across each other.
So anybody who ever even thinks and humors buying this, don't put that out of your mind. Let me save you. This boot is terrible.
That sucks, man. And you know what's ironic is like Nike just completely like destroyed themselves with that, and Puma was like rocking the laser touches, like the ones you had, and then the white ones, and it's like, oh, you guys had like such a good thing going there.
The laser touches were so good.
So good.
And even before that, like, and all the Future Z's, I remember somebody, I might have been Noah, did the what was the Puma, was it the Puma Ultra at the time, that like they were kind of fatter? And they did a black laser touch and a white laser touch, and like those were super good.
Oh, the white laser touches on the Ultra. Yes,
remember they were like
love
all
those.
White?
Yes,
super good. And then they struck a home run with the Z's, in my opinion. And then they were like, all right, we're done with leather.
All right, guys, we're just gonna be crappy for a few years here. Dude, I'm telling you, like 2019, 2020 was like the pinnacle of boots, and we're just kind of slowly dropping down, descending. I don't know. Except for, Adidas this year, but yeah. Anyways. All right, man.
Give me your last one.
My last pick is something recent. You call it recency bias, whatever. But it's those Tony Cruz remakes, the 11 Pro remakes. My goodness. If only somebody had told me.
I know.
Don't buy these boots.
You know what's crazy? Is you bought the first colorway. How many did you buy the first colorway? 2?
I bought one.
You just bought one of the first colorway.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, these are ass. And I was like, yeah, they are ass.
Right.
And then later they came out the gold ones. And you're like, hey, did you see these? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, remember they were so bad. And you're like, yeah, they were so bad. So I bought 3.
I only bought 2. Because I was like, I might keep one because it looked like they had kind of made them a little more premium.
Listen to what you're saying. I wanted
to like that boot. I really, really did. Like if you go back and watch it, I'm like, Justin, I think these are. I'm like touching. I'm like, I think this is better than the last one. I wish I had the last one to compare.
Nope.
And then I asked, I think I asked Subs and I asked Boot Maniac, and I was like, and Boot Maniac was like, bro, they're the same. And
they're the same.
Like, I don't know. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
You're like trying to find things so you can justify.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna snake me on a white gold colorway. Like you just got me hook, line, and sinker already. Like, it was so tempting.
And it was so bad, and it ended up being so bad.
Like the way like the white and gold. It was
a good looking boot.
It was a good. But
remember,
boot.
I told you some boots are not meant to be played in, and that was one of them.
Yeah. Well, you live and you learn, and won't do it again.
You never learn, so it will be repeated. I know it will.
Oh well.
But that's all right. But while we're here talking about repeating, Colby, tell the people, like we do every week, where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Kicking with Colbs on YouTube and on Instagram.
You can find me at Texas Cleat Collector on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can find us at bootcastpod on Instagram. And if you could do us a favor, go down, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn the bell on. I've been told I got to start telling people to turn the bell on. Leave us a comment. Tell us if you want us to talk about anything. We read literally every comment. Me and Colby read every comment. As long as it's not like on a super old video, because I don't see those comments. But any of these, and Colby responds, I respond. We enjoy talking to you guys. We love that you listen to us. We love that you like to interact. So leave a comment. And like I said, smash the like button, hit subscribe, turn on that bell. And until next week, we'll see you guys then.
See you guys.